There are three small things you can say to a woman that will turn her on faster than anything you do with your body. They are not pickup lines. They are not compliments. They are not dirty talk. They are three sentences most men have never thought to say out loud, and almost every woman is starving to hear them. When a man drops one of these lines into a conversation at the right moment, something in her chemistry shifts. She goes from sizing you up to leaning in, from polite to genuinely interested, from "we'll see how this goes" to "oh, who is this guy?" I'm walking you through all three today. But first, I want to tell you a quick story about a date that was about to crash and burn that got saved by exactly this kind of small shift. Because once you see how powerful tiny words and gestures actually are, you are not going to underestimate them again. So let's get into it. I'm Marn, your personal wing girl, and it's my job to give you the no BS advice on what women actually want versus what they say they want, plus the most effective methods to get the girl every time. Hit subscribe so that you never miss it. So, quick thing before I tell you the story. Yes, I know that I always tell you what's truly important is the how, not the what. How you say things versus what you say. But in some cases, the what is crucial. There are times when what comes out of your mouth has more power to make a woman want you than almost anything else. The right sentence at the right moment can take a woman from polite to electric. The wrong sentence can take her from interested to checked out in 5 seconds. Most men have never been taught which is which, and I'm going to fix that. But first, the story I told you about. This will pull it all together. This is about my sister-in-law. We'll call her Sarah. She just got divorced. She was finally ready to date again. A friend set her up with a guy she'd already met at a barbecue. There had been tons of chemistry and connection and laughter. So, she was excited to go out with him. They went on a real date. It was a nice restaurant. Everything was set up perfectly, and from the moment they sat down, he just talked about himself, about his job, about his weekend, his thoughts on the menu, his opinions on the wine, his opinions on everything. Not one question to her. 20 minutes in, Sarah excused herself to the bathroom and called me complaining that he wouldn't stop talking. And I told her this: he's not a jerk. He's just nervous. He likes you, and is nervous about not having anything to say. There are so many coaches out there telling guys that silence is deadly and that they have to fill it at all times. So go back, put your hand on his arm, look him in the eyes, smile, and let him know you're here and in it. Let him relax. So she did it. She walked back. She touched his arm. She held his gaze. She smiled. And 3 hours later, Sarah texted me from his car. "Your voodoo magic worked." After I touched his arm, he completely transformed. He slowed down. He asked questions. He listened. The real him showed up, the guy from the barbecue. And then she said, "Oh my God." We just made out for half an hour in his car. And then they dated for 3 months. One small shift, one tiny gesture. The entire night turned around. All right, thing number 3. I'm really enjoying you. This is the closer. It's short. It's vulnerable. It's direct. And almost no man says it out loud. Most men, when they're enjoying a date or a woman on a date, communicate it indirectly. They get more animated. They lean in more. Maybe they reach across the table. They hope she's picking up on the signals, but signals are really easy to miss. And women, especially the women you actually want, are not interested in decoding you. The men who say, "I'm really enjoying you," out loud, accomplish something the silent men cannot. They name it. They make it real. They give her permission to feel the same. Because here's what's happening in her head for the last 45 minutes. Is she doing well? Does he like me? Am I imagining the chemistry? Am I going to call my friends after this and feel stupid because I thought he was into me when he wasn't? She has been managing that uncertainty alone in her head while smiling and being charming for you. And I know you're doing the same, but I'm just telling you what's going on for her. Because the moment you say, "I'm really enjoying you," that whole storm in her head just calms down, and she relaxes. She gets to be on the date with you instead of analyzing whether the date is going well. This is the equivalent to her putting her hand on your forearm for her. That sentence is the difference between a woman who's having a nice time and a woman who is now genuinely turned on by the man sitting across from her. Variations that also work. "I really like talking to you. There's something about you I can't quite put my finger on yet. Okay, I have to say it. I'm having a really good time with you. All of these accomplish the exact same thing. They name the chemistry, they take her out of her head, and they give her permission to drop her guard. These three are the heavy hitters, the ones I tell all of my clients to lead with. But honestly, they're just the beginning, because there's a whole language of sexual tension you can speak with the right words at the right time, the specific phrases that make a woman flush, the small physical verbal combos that build heat across a date, the tiny things that take a polite conversation and turn them into an undeniable spark. I put it all in a free guide for you. It is called the Sexual Tension Tactics Cheat Sheet. The exact phrases, the exact moments, the exact way to use your words to build attraction so it cannot be ignored. The free link is in the description below. And while you're heading over there, please drop a comment with which of the three things are you going to try first. And subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I'm Marne. I'll see you next week.